In today's video, I'm going to share with you a comprehensive review about Vuka real estate investment platform, where you can invest as little as 5,000 Kenya shillings in the real estate sector through real estate investment trust. So with this video, you're going to learn who are the people behind the Vuka platform and also how it has performed over the last 4 years since its inception in August 2021. And consider watching till the end because I'm going to share with you some of the key components in real estate investment trust so that you can know whether this kind of investment is worth your time and money. So let's get started. The firm behind the Vuka investment platform is Acorn Holding Africa, and this is a real estate management firm. And in 2021 February, they launched the Acorn Student Accommodation Income REIT, meaning that it is an income generating real estate investment trust. They started with 20 professional equity investors, and by the end of the year, the number of professional equity investors had grown to 28, and the total amount in investment was 3 billion Kenya shillings. And in August 2021, they launched Vuka platform because when they launched the Acorn Student Accommodation Income REITs, many retail investors were unable to join this investment because of the amount required to invest in this real estate investment trust. And with the help of the Vuka platform, now retail investors were able to invest with as little as 50,000 Kenya shillings per year in the Acorn Student Accommodation Income REITs. And during that year of 2021, they managed to bring 257 members with a total contribution of 6.4 million Kenya shillings. Those are the number of people who joined the Vuka platform in the first year of inception. For you to understand how the Vuka platform has been performing, then you need to analyze how the Acorn Student Accommodation Income REIT is performing. And we're going to start with the portfolio growth. So the asset under management in the first year of inception, that is 2021, was 3.58 billion Kenya shillings. And this has grown to 10.58 billion Kenya shillings in 2024. And currently in 2025, it's around 11 billion Kenya shillings. And the most recent acquisition, or the asset that was acquired recently, is Aberdare Heights 2, which was acquired in 2024. Let's now see another thing you should have a look at. That is the net asset value per unit, where you'll be able to know whether you have had capital gains in your investment. So net asset value is the total value of the REIT's assets minus liability divided by the number of investment units. So it's a price tag of a share or unit of the real estate investment trust based on its actual property value. And this is not the stock market price. So if the net asset value per unit is rising, it means that the underlying properties are growing in value. So for this Vuka REIT, we're going to see the price of this Acorn Student Accommodation Income REIT's value per unit. And during the launch, it was 20 shillings per unit. And it has been on the upward trend. And currently, it is retailing at 23 shillings 24. So you can see that from the date of launch, that is 2021, the value has grown by 3.24 Kenya shillings. So that is a capital gain of 3 shillings 24 cents. And the capital appreciation for 2022 was 3.7%, and that for 2024 was 4%. So meaning that the value of the properties under these REITs has been gaining value. So if you had bought some units in 2021 and sold it right now, you will have some capital gains because the unit price has been on the rise. Let's now see how the Vuka platform has paid its dividends to its shareholders since 2021 up to now. So as required by law, real estate investment trusts should pay 80% of their net income to its shareholders. And Vuka platform, or the Acorn Student Accommodation Income REITs, have had a 97 to 99% payout in terms of dividend. And in 2021, they had a dividend payout of 1.02 shillings per unit. So if you had 1,000 units, that means you would have earned 1,020 Kenya shillings. And in 2022, the dividend payout was 77 cents, same case to 2023. And in 2024, it dropped to 66 cents. And currently, the first half of 2025, they are paying an interim dividend of 0.29. And in these other years, most of the interim dividends were between 30 cents to 38 cents. So even if dividends has been on the downward trajectory, the net asset value for your investment has been on the rise because the unit price has increased from 20 shillings to 23.24, which means that if you sell your units, then you'll have capital gains as a return on your investment. Let's now see the yields and the total returns of Vuka REITs. That is the combination of dividend yields and also the net asset value. So in 2022, they had a dividend yield of 4.5%, which dropped to 3% in 2024. And when you combine the net asset value and the dividend yield, the total return has been between 7 to 8% per year. So you can see the average return for the Vuka platform has been between 7 to 8%. Another thing you should know about Vuka platform is the income and profit growth of these Acorn student accommodation income rates. The rental income in 2023 was 722 million Kenya shillings, and in 2024 it was 1.082 billion Kenya shillings, which is a 50% increase since the day of inception. The net profit in 2023 was 396.1 million, and in 2024 it was 555.6 million Kenya shillings, which is a 40% increase. And some of the things that impact the income and profit of these income rates include the occupancy and also acquisition of new assets, like for example, the Apadea Heights 2, which was acquired in 2024, meaning that new acquisition means that we'll be able to have more rental income, which also leads to more profits. And finally, before you invest in the Vuka platform or the Acorn student accommodation income rates, one thing you should know is the management fee. So in 2021, the management expense ratio was 1.4%, and in 2024, it was 0.8%, and in the first half of 2025, it is 0.5%, which is a positive indicator on the net income and eventually on dividend. So these Vuka REITs has had a reduction in their management and operation cost. We also have something called loan to value. That is the proportion of the real estate investment asset funded by debt. Let's say they acquire a property by using debt or a loan. And for this ASA I-REITs, the loan to value is 21%, which is well below risk level. So it is a good indicator if you are interested in investing in this Vuka platform. And those are some of the components you need to know before you invest in the Vuka platform. So for you to invest in the Vuka platform, you go to their website, vuka.co.ke, and then you open an account. And the minimum amount you need to invest is 5,000 Kenya shillings. That is the amount you'll use to buy units. And we have two types of Vuka, that is Vuka Imara and also Vuka Prime. So Vuka Imara is 100% income real estate investment trust. That means that they focus on acquiring real estates that are generating income, and you'll have the same exposure as the Acorn student accommodation income REITs, and same dividends and also same capital gain. And for Vuka Prime, they focus on income and growth. They allocate 70% into the I-REIT, that is the income generating real estate investment trust, and 30% into ASA I-REITs, meaning that 30% goes into development and construction real estate investment trust. And this is ideal for balanced and growth-oriented investors. So if you want to have a balanced investment both in D-REITs and also I-REITs, then you should go for the Vuka Prime. So if you want to invest in the Vuka platform, know whether you want to invest in Vuka Imara or Vuka Prime. So Vuka is a digital platform that is backed by the Acorn student accommodation income REITs. So it is a platform that enables retail investors to invest as little as 5,000 Kenya shillings into real estate investment trusts, which focus on income generation, that is income REITs. And also they have another type of Vuka, that is Vuka Prime, where you can invest in both income REITs and also development REITs. And if you want to learn more about Vuka, Real Estate Investment Trust, you can go to Google and search for Acorn Holdings Africa and click on disclosure, and it will bring you to this page where you'll have access to the annual report of Acorn student accommodation income rates from 2021 to 2025. Hope you have learned something from this video, and before you invest in the Vuka platform, consider reaching out to your financial advisor for more advice, and also utilize this video to start your research journey, because I've already shared with you where you can find more information about Vuka platform. And if you are able to gain valuable information from this video, consider liking and also subscribing to this channel. And let me see you in my next video.